I'm ABC 15 Chief Investigator Dave Biscobing, and we're about to show you one of the most critical things the Department of Justice found about PhxPD. Basically, the city does not take allegations of discrimination and bias seriously, and PhxPD cares about it so little that it barely investigates the allegations, if it investigates them at all. Those are the findings on pages 69 and 70 of the DOJ's report. Now, you can read it for yourself. Just scan the QR code for an official copy. And as a reminder, we're doing a special series taking the DOJ's written report and turning it into video.
Our ABC 15 investigators broke the story, now getting national and even international attention. A Phoenix officer handcuffing and detaining a Wall Street Journal reporter.
Remember that ABC 15 investigation? Or how about this one?
Take a look at these two men. They were assistant chiefs at the top of PhxPD. An internal city discrimination investigation found one of them using a racial slur against a black officer and the other not reporting what happened.
If you do remember them, then you already know a lot about what's in the part of the DOJ report titled PhxPD is indifferent to claims of individual officer bias. The feds wrote, even when a community member alleges that a PhxPD officer acted with overt bias, PhxPD's internal accountability system does not adequately investigate the complaint. And to highlight the problem, the DOJ cited this case.
An update after we broke the story of a Phoenix officer handcuffing and detaining a Wall Street Journal reporter for doing his job. After the national outcry, the city said it was conducting an internal investigation.
But ABC 15 Chief Investigator Dave Biscobing has discovered PhxPD initially closed multiple complaints about what happened.
Here's what the DOJ report says. PhxPD did not open a misconduct investigation into a November 2022 complaint of discriminatory policing against a black Wall Street Journal reporter until the incident became a national news story in early 2023. A PhxPD officer responded to an emergency call from a bank, and the manager told the officer that a man outside had been bothering customers. The officer told the manager that he would talk to the man and see whether he would leave. The man, who was a reporter working on a story, was standing outside the bank on what appeared to be a public sidewalk.
How's it going? You get your ID on you?
After the officer explained that the sidewalk was private property, the reporter twice offered to leave.
I'll just leave.
Okay, they're going to trespass you from the property.
Right, I don't
Since
need
you're
to be
still
trespassed
here,
from
you
the
do.
I will leave. I'll walk away voluntarily.
But the officer refused to let him go.
Hands behind your back?
I just said I will.
Okay, turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Instead handcuffing him, illegally seizing his wallet, and forcing him to sit in a patrol car.
I heard him say he was going to leave. This is ridiculous.
A bystander called PhxPD later that day to file a complaint and said it felt like the handcuffing was completely unnecessary and dehumanizing and criminalizing, and it felt like there was racial bias at play.
I'm fine where I am. I'm not doing anything wrong.
You want to get arrested as well?
You actually also called in a complaint?
Yes, I called the Standards Bureau, but they called me back and told me that the investigation was closed, that they had found no wrongdoing.
The reporter also filed a complaint. A sergeant called both the bystander and a reporter and told them that he had found no misconduct and the matter would be closed. A month later, after the Wall Street Journal's editor-in-chief sent a letter to PhxPD and the incident became public, PhxPD opened a misconduct investigation. The agency ultimately found that except for his unlawful seizure of the reporter's wallet, the officer's actions did not violate any policy.
A new city watchdog report says police botched their own internal probe, and the report criticizes everyone from the chief on down.
Months later, Phoenix's Office of Accountability and Transparency, charged with monitoring PhxPD's internal investigations, found that the investigation into the allegation of racial bias was not thorough and complete. Indeed, the investigator never asked the involved officer any questions regarding the allegation of racial bias.
You know, this is a department that's under DOJ investigation for excessive force, that's under investigation for the way that they operate and the way they handle business. And despite that, they continue to operate this way.
The DOJ report says, in many cases, PhxPD misclassified complaints of discrimination as things like officer rudeness. It also says when PhxPD does classify complaints as discrimination, they seldom take them seriously. To further highlight PhxPD's problem with discrimination and how it stems from top to bottom, the DOJ cited another case exposed by ABC 15. And the report we obtained is concerning, not just because of what it says, but because it reveals even more about what's happening inside one of America's biggest police departments. The report states, agency leaders have ignored even overt discrimination at PhxPD. In 2021, a former assistant chief who oversaw the Public Standards Bureau referred to a recently promoted black commander as Blackie. The executive assistant chief at the time, the number 2 position in the agency, and the assistant chief supervisor heard the comment but did not report it.
Mike Kurtenbach retired from Phoenix PD earlier this year. He's hired a lawyer and threatened to sue ABC 15 over this report.
Eventually, after an investigation by the city's Equal Opportunity Department and a settlement, the executive assistant chief was permitted to retire honorably. The former assistant chief remains a commander at the agency. To put this all into context, we'll end this story with some numbers cited in the DOJ report. The feds found over a 6.5-year period, Phoenix PD completed only 2 misconduct investigations for bias or racial profiling. Instead, Phoenix PD classified most biased policing complaints as informal inquiries. Now, the DOJ found 90 of those, and in every one, the officers were cleared. Again, the city has about 2,500 officers, and in 6 years, the DOJ says Phoenix PD only formally investigated 2 cases of alleged bias or racial profiling. 2. I'm investigator Dave Biskobing, ABC 15, Arizona.
Phoenix PD has declined to comment for our series, but in past reports, the officers featured in the story have denied all allegations against them. You can see our special series at abc15.com/DOJ.